Hi Tribe, hope everyone's well today, Tuesday, July 16th, 2019, video number 15. It's shaping up to be another great one. I'm back in the basement. We're in our guest room, but I set it up a little bit. We got world map and nice globe here that we have here. Our family are travelers and we just love to get out there. We haven't been off the continent yet, North America, but actually no, I've been to South America to ski in Chile last summer, and this summer I'm heading to Australia, as you know, so we're starting to get around, and we love doing it. Alright, so today's theme is breath. Wow, that actually felt good. Breath is something we don't think about. It just seems to happen. Our body does it naturally, and it's one of those processes like heartbeat that we don't notice, maybe, except when we're out of breath we notice that, and when our heart beats fast we notice that. But in regular daily life, these systems operate on them with themselves, well, by themselves, and when used. When both of these things can be used in specific ways, but today will be breath. And the power in breath is when you can harness it to do different things. But what we try to do when you do breath work is to be mindful of your breath and give a purpose to your mind, right? It gives a purpose to the breath. And you can open stuff that you don't know that you have. So you can activate hidden features in your body. Stuff happens when you breathe specific patterns for different amounts of time and for different reasons, right? So it's like opening a secret level in a video game. You get to unlock hidden powers, and believe me, your body is one powerful beast of a machine. And we're up to the video 15, but we're going to have a good time going through 90. The things our bodies can do are unimaginable and very powerful. Okay, thought of the day. So, thought of the day is breathe and believe. You must breathe and believe. If you believe the breath is doing something, then it will. And breath brings belief to what you're doing. It creates energy, and you're really going to fly with what you're attempting if you do the right breathing patterns. Breath work is a major game changer. There are many different types out there. In my tool of the day, I'll describe one technique I use, which is actually multiple techniques I use in the same program. But we'll get to that later. But it changes the game mentally and physically. The stuff that breathing can do when mindfully done calms your body, if you like. It can energize your body, if you like. It can clear your mind. It can generate oxygen in the body, which activates the immune system, makes your decisions clearer and healthier. Yeah, I mean, there's a big reason it's often mixed with meditation, right? We usually start our meditations with a little breath work, a little calm down, a little this. But on its own, it's for 20-30 minutes. It is something different. So you can separate breathing from meditation, but it is used in meditation a lot to calm you down and to get you into that place where you're thinking of nothing else. You're thinking of mindfulness. You're using the breath to get into the body. It does the exact same thing when it's a breathing exercise, but you go to different places and it activates different stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. My reflections on the SFM journey for today is SFM has a mindset series for everything, and there's all these groups and all these calls you can get on for all different things. So it's not just a training program where you get the information and you practice it on your own. This is something else. It creates the person you need to be to function and to get going. So this morning I tuned into one that I hadn't tuned in for a long time. It was with Irene Webster, according to Webster, and I don't know why. Well, I know why, because I was busy working on Friday mornings, right? As a high school teacher, 8 a.m. Friday morning. I'm already. You know, I hate to say things are impossible. It is technically very difficult to set that in my regular schedule, since I had to be in class at that time. But this morning, I had a feeling. I don't know. Sorry, it's not even Friday mornings. What are we today? Tuesday morning. So, but it's at 8 a.m. in the mornings. So I fit it in today, and to my great surprise, I remember what it was, and it's kind of cool because it's that mindset I use. She speaks, and all I can do is smile and say and give some nods, because she speaks like if it was I that was speaking, and it felt great to hear about breathing this morning, about smiling, the effects on smiling. I learned about that about 6-7 months ago. And she was repeating stuff I'd learned, and it felt so good, and there's people listening, right? And it's a way to get this out there. And it's so important. It's so important. So to get more SFMers tuned into what you can do in meditation, knowing your body, some breathing, everything you can do to create that energy and that mindset and that focus, which I've been talking about a lot, is massively important for SFMers. So the group felt great. So everyone, keep breathing, keep smiling, and thank you SFM for making a spirituality mindset a priority in this organization, because it changes organizations, and it's keeping this alive and focused on the future. Good stuff. What I learned from yesterday is it's easier with others. Yesterday I left you guys saying I was going to a group meditation in the yurt. So this is exactly what I did last night at 7 p.m. And it was a special Deepak Chakra healing meditation. I had no idea what it was going to be this night, but it turned out to be a healing meditation. And a healing meditation with Deepak in a group setting was very powerful. Well, for those who can feel it, you could feel that energy and that pulse in that room. And there was also some those sound bowls. I'm not even sure how to say that. I'll pick that up. And there was some sage burning in the room, and we had some tea from the organic garden from this lady. Just altogether a perfect evening of healing and togetherness. And getting back in that call this morning also with the group, that mindset, it reminds me, getting back with people reminds me that I'm not alone. And I like to remind myself of why I'm doing this. And the people, when I see people around me doing the same or learning the same or growing in the same process that I have, it makes my journey feel like it's worth more. And that other people are on it, and they're coming up. You can't force it and you can't speed it up, but it's fun to see that others are coming up. And it's fun to see where others have gone and where I can go. What are my directions, right? And it gives me a purpose, and it gives me a vision for the future. All right. So others can do that. Community is very important. It's easier with others. Community is my gratitude for the day, of course. So community can pick you up. The group energy, you get a sense of responsibility, as I was kind of mentioning. I feel responsible for the process and the growth of the people that are coming after me. And I know that the people ahead of me are also feeling the same thing. I can see it in their eyes. And there's a certain level where there's no judgment, and there's acceptance. And I love to see that in the eyes. And guys, keep growing. All right. Plans for the day. Video is happening now. My ad is happening as soon as I click and start uploading this video. Today, breathing is a breathing day. So why not? And I'll share the next thing. My tool is I'm sharing what I do, what I use, but I'll mention it right now. It's Wim Hof. It's a system. It's a breathing system. So I'm planning a whole Wim Hof day. I believe he has 13, 14 different breathwork sessions for different things. So this morning I've already had, when I woke up, I wanted the energy. So this 23-minute breathing sessions on energy. You should have seen me. I got up with that, took my shower, boom, got to work. And just before I wrote down my script, I did a creativity, creativity breath work, which was 19 minutes. And he has about 10 more of these. I'm going to try to fit in today. They range from 9 minutes to 29 minutes. So that's the rest of my day. I'm putting it in between work sessions. I'm also working, I got the whole day at home working on SFM. Loco Ski, my trip to Australia is coming up. I got to send some emails and do some preparations on that Facebook group and my Facebook page. And I also want to keep thinking and creating content and ideas for Freedom Found, which is what I'm creating, where I'm going with this. And this whole SFM journey is leading me down some path. I can feel what it is. And I got to keep working on this Freedom Found. I got ideas coming out of everywhere. Tool of today is Wim Hof, the Wim Hof Breathing Method. Google it, find it online. I'll also put a link to his program or website in the comments section below. This man is called the Iceman. If you heard of the Iceman, it's Wim Hof. If you haven't heard of the Iceman or Wim Hof, you need to Google this guy. This guy now. He has got world records for cold, extreme swimming under cold ice, basically extreme anything to do with the cold and endurance. He's trained his body. I do a lot of his breath work. I do his cold showers. But there's a lot of stuff I'm not getting into. There's a lot of homework, like actual training in ice and stuff, which is not necessarily pertinent for me right now. But I like to say I am a skier, and the training, that breath work for me was training for cold and skiing, so I could take pictures all day with my gloves off. That was the initial idea, but this has turned out to be much greater than only training for the cold. It's training for life. It's a training to energize the body and keep going. So his multiple breathing techniques, I mentioned he's got a couple. I mentioned some of the stuff I was doing this morning. Stress control, it's multi-purpose. Stress control, energy management, inflammation, creativity, spirituality, endurance, longevity. There are many more. You can check that out. And they all use different breath patterns, different time scales, different breath patterns, different ways to hold your breath at the end or at the beginning for how many seconds. So each session is different, and it unlocks some kind of superpower in this body that we have, right? So I use it every morning, for sure. I wake up, I read a couple things on my vision, my plans for the future, and then I go straight in to a meditation, and then after that I'm doing my breath work. So this morning, as I mentioned, I needed energy to get this day going, and it worked wonders. So anything you need, get up, you do it. Well, you don't get up, you stay in bed. You stay in bed, it's on your back anyways, so your phone or whatever you need for that audio is right beside you. You wake up and you go, you play it, and then you breathe. It is noisy. Wife does not appreciate it. I go downstairs, hide myself in this guest room so that she can still wake up peacefully, since I start this at 5 a.m. 5:30 every morning. I'm currently following, I've completed, but I'm continually practicing. My breath has gone way better. My lungs have expanded. My chest is open. The things that happen are amazing and magical. Let's go with that. About $300 this program. All these lessons, 14 lessons I believe, 14 weeks of learning how to breathe correctly. So I highly recommend it. It will change your body and your mind, guaranteed. Your body will feel physically different, and your mind will process stuff differently. Hands down. Please get out there and try this. There's free sessions. There's free smaller stuff that you can learn the basic of the method, and then different breath patterns will come if you pay for a program. On that, community, World, I know you guys are everywhere. You guys are everywhere on here. So I'm from right here, Ottawa, Canada. And I'm sending you guys the energy. I hope you feel that. From wherever you are in this world, breathe, believe, and you'll be all right. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good night, evening, day, and stay safe. Ciao.